How you doing, guys? ZDEyE here. So today I wanted to talk about Saints Row. If you guys did not know, the next Saints Row game is to be confirmed by THQ Nordic that it is in the development. I think that's fantastic news. Now this happens only we knew about this information legitimately because during its latest earnings call, publisher THQ Nordic confirmed that the new Saints Row game is in the development. And of course it's been developed by Volition. If you guys might not have known, Volition actually shipped their last game, I believe it was since 2013 when it released the Saints Row 4. And as said, of course, it seems like it's about to change. Now, unfortunately, there isn't much anything else that we can go about, just more or less of a, well, actually, this is just a confirmation that the next Saints Row game will be happening, and that's pretty damn awesome. I wanted to mention as well, since it's been already 4 years since we last saw the franchise as Saints Row, and actually it's been 6 years since we last saw it proper. Now, talking about it as well, since the Volition actually released Agents of Mayhem, similarly to Saints Row in some ways, and it's set actually in its universe as well, but that critically and commercially pretty much flopped. So it's not really surprising that they're returning to the series that they have made a name for themselves. I wanted to mention why as well this is a big deal. Personally for me, if you guys did not know, I really like Saints Row, but I like Saints Row 3 far more than Saints Row 4. Now don't get me wrong, I like the idea of aliens and superpowers and all that good stuff, the hero-esque. I think that's actually cool in some ways, but I feel like that should have been just a DLC and nothing more. If you guys did not know, the Saints Row 3, the DLC was going to be happening, I believe so, but then they adapted it and made a sequel to it, they made it bigger, and that's what Saints Row 4 turned out to be. And I don't think that would have been, well, I don't think that's a good route to go about. Maybe if they will like to go, maybe they will not go with like Saints Row 5, but rebooted Saints Row. Maybe Saints Row Resurrected, that's what they will probably name it or something like that. Man, that would be pretty cool, imagine. But anyway, so of course returning the characters again, and of course the planet is back in its prime. Earth is back, not blown to pieces, like in the Saints Row 4, I believe so. Now, I would love to revisit it. I want to make sure that we will be able to also have fun, quirky as ever, and hectic mayhem as well. Similar to Saints Row 3 in all the ways. Maybe it's just have some certain of the degree of craziness as Saints Row 4 had, but I feel like Saints Row 4 underlined so many things that Saints Row 3 did right. What I'm trying to say is that Saints Row 4 was a little bit of a underdog game compared to Saints Row 3, what it ended up being. And people, mind you, love Saints Row 2 and even 1. Now, if you guys did not know, Saints Row 1 and 2 are somewhat of a similar boat of a game. More of a gangster, more of a serious note, until Saints Row 3 came out. That was like crazy as hell, and it was bombastic and was awesome. In my personal opinion, again. Saints Row 4, well, they went off the rails completely, and I don't think it's a good route to go. If they want to make a similar game, well, I should say, if they want to come back to the roots and make it something fantastic, I think they should go and stop with these, again, with the hero-esque superpowers. I don't think that's really necessary, personally for me again. But as well, I could be wrong. You know, maybe they will rather go for something, go crazy again, but I feel like since crazy, well, I believe Saints Row 4 and Agent of Mayhem didn't do so super well, especially Agents of Mayhem. That did not do, that was a bit of a, actually it was a very strong flop. Yeah, so I don't really think they're gonna go with crazy route of a Saints Row game. I want them to go more, a little bit greedier and more grounded Saints Row. And in some ways, I think they should just do a reboot. Maybe that would have been a better option, who knows. Now, since of course they tried to go with something new and different, but still having a similar elements as Saints Row had, Agents of Mayhem guys, obviously. Now that's like when they have realized that Agents of Mayhem, or maybe they are not very confident of producing newer, different IP games, that's when they decided to come back to the roots. Now, I'm gonna make a wish list video for the next Saints Row that they're gonna be making and developing, so I'm gonna make my own topics and list what I would love to see in it. And that's gonna be separate, but I did want to mention little bits of pieces as well what I would love to see in the next Saints Row. One of those things is similar to what Saints Row 3 does, but I want it to be a little more realistic. I don't mean realistic by like, you know, how you walk or how you jump or how you shoot. No, not that. I'm talking about realistic as a graphical approach. Go realistic to a realism, not more of a cartoony look. But that's again an opinionated thought. Now, since because of the cartoony look to the game and everything, obviously this could be a lot more craziness going on with it, right? You can go overboard. But again, make it grounded. So because of the grounded, make it a little bit more realistic. Now, I completely understand we already have plenty of sort of as Grand Theft Auto games already out there. You know, Mafia as an example. Saints Row even tried to do a bit of a copying idea of the Grand Theft Auto. But now since they have found themselves in something else, let them go with that route. Just make sure that they make Saints Row grounded, similar to Saints Row 2, maybe a little bit crazy, almost crazy as Saints Row 3. And please, this is important, please bring back a giant purple dildo by beating the shit out of people. Now that would have been pretty epic. Oh, and finishers, very important, like stick a giant purple dildo on someone's ass and pretty much, you know, do a kill with it. Okay, well, these are kind of, I want to say, oh god. Last thing, improvements to the driving. For the love of God, please make a lot of improvements to the driving. Holy shit. Every time I play Saints Row game, driving, it's something it's desirable, like to be a margin of an improvement that everybody would really want. I'm not saying it's completely awful, I'm not saying that, but goddamn, it still does definitely need some kind of improvements for sure. Alright, well, I think this is fantastic news in my personal opinion. Tell me down in the comments what do you think as well about the new Saints Row game. And also tell me in the comments what would you like to see, something new or different or improved upon the older Saints Row games that you are familiar with, and again, newer things, okay? Well, thank you so much for watching, like and subscribe as always, and yeah, have a good one.